Hello guys, very good evening. Today is August 2nd. This is our review for our day trades today and on our community or my Twitter posts. So let's start. So very solid day again guys, very solid day. We were done in first 3 hours. Big win on AMD short, SPY short, NASDAQ short, VRT long, SCDG short, and IDAI long. So great day. This week has been just so good. We can probably relax rest of the week. But there are a few things I'm going to talk today. I'm going to teach today. I'm going to talk about some options today. Teach you about the few concepts on the options that everybody keeps asking me, and like how to define risk in options, right? So, anyways, let's kick start it. So the day started as usual. Suri was up pre-market for the pre-market trades, and then I was there around 45 minutes before market open. We reviewed everything what's going on. So we reviewed our gappers, gap ups, gap downs, biggest volume pre-market. Then we reviewed our just the gappers and the pre-market movers. We reviewed everything. We created our watch list. So we had our watch list ready, as you see right here, SCDG, which was and today I also had a morning session 10-15 minutes before the market open. I had a session where I discussed the pre-market prep, right? The prep for the day, what we are going to do. So that's what I discussed, and I discussed the option trades we will take on the market or the trades we will take on the AMD, just to teach people what we are looking for. So anyways, the market plan was same as usual. First thing we do every day, we see is the market gapping up or is market gapping down, right? So market was gapping down, bounced a little, built some pre-market levels, right? And so we knew what levels to focus on. So I had these price alerts set, my levels drawn, right? 454, 455. Similarly on NASDAQ, I had my levels set and we were ready to go, and we reviewed all our trades for the day, that we're going to short SCDG, we're going to either long or short AMD, pins, Tesla, and Tesla was also trade today. And then we were focusing on VRT and then few other penny stock names that we were focusing on. Important thing to note today is, guys, before the market opened, everybody was trying to give their analysis about the downgrade of American debt, right? So the downgrade, and everybody was trying to give their macro analysis, of course. So me personally, if I'm day trading, I don't really care, because price will tell me. Because somebody said it's bearish, somebody was saying it's bullish. Frankly, I did think that it might have some pressure, but I do not let the news bias my. I do not let the news bias me. I let my system bias me. Let my system tell me, right? Some people, if you're thinking, oh, it will be bought up, I don't go blindly buying in, right? So that's the main teaching as well, and today was. So all right, let's carry on. How did we kill it? By the way, TradingView is giving a lot of discounts. I put this tweet out today. Anybody wants to get in TradingView, they can get in, and my team will set up your charts like mine, so that's helpful there. So we were ready for the market. We talked about that's under bearish EMA clouds right at open, and the VIX is holding bullish EMA. So we did see the VIX was bullish, and SPY, and this is my VIX SPY strategy that people have been using for years, right? That's the trend I set many years ago on Twitter. Now everybody uses VIX, but it's a good concept. So anyways, so VIX was trending up, SPY was trending down. We figured out our levels. The reason I give these levels is some people are interested in these levels, and they can trade with these levels. They can shut off everything, and they match their levels with mine, and they focus on it, right? And right away my bias was bearish, not because I had a super intellectual knowledge about macroeconomics that okay, the downgrade is bearish. No, because my system was bearish right at the open, under EMA Clouds, right? So I was bearish, right, as I said. So people, then we made our watch list: Tesla, AMD pins, Mitch, ELF, SCDG, MDU, FRSH, and VRT. So right at open, VRT long setup on 80H breakout eyes. Even if though the market was weak, we had a long setup, guys. We had a nice long setup. Discussed in the pre-market, put it right here. And if you saw my yesterday's video religiously, if you focused on my teaching that I was telling you about A plus setup, you would have nailed VRT, right? So we saw this VRT, then we go on our 10-minute, we make a plan, we see that it's holding that EMA cloud trend, or it's holding this level of pre-market support, we buy, and then we wait for the breakout, right? And it goes, takes some off, it's still in the trend, 34.50 not broken, stops us here, it's just basically a retest, and goes to 35. Whole day guidance, big trade. Even if you risked $500 there, you made $1,500. That's how this trade was. So this was all day trade, that was right. And now the big trade of the day, AMD. Right off the bat, what was I looking for? EMA cloud breakdown. This was my resistance. You guys can see my pivot right there. Why do I draw it? Why do I have those price alerts which directly goes into my system? Because I know that's the price bulls need to reclaim. That's my risk for my short. And right away, okay, AMD short on the pops. I waited for 1 minute to analyze it. I hit it right away. And I always tell and everybody short on the pops, because my entry might be better if you were already waiting on me, and if you hit the button when I put something out there, you are going to be bad entry. So that's why I say short on the pops. But the plan was there from the pre-market, so we shorted that. Then we had SCDG short. Why was that? Look at the daily chart, breaking the resistance, multi-month resistance, multi-year 1 year 52-week support, no resistance, my bad, breaking that support, going down, right? So that was the short setup, pre-market short, 200 psychological level, right? So many setups, and it was a beautiful setup. And this also met my target end of the day, as I will show you later. So SIDG, with cloud reclaims or fails, based upon that we will trade it. So everybody knew that basically I was talking about the short. SPY, we analyze SPY, that what are the pivot levels, right? So AMD we already started the short, then SCDG price alert starting going in, and SPY I started my short versus 554.54. I started VRT long, right, versus risk going the 30, right? So SCGD was broken 200. The QQQ also I shorted, but also guided people, if you're shorting, this is your risk. And I also, and my pre-market prep, I talked about few options that I will discuss with you later. I talked about those options that I was looking at, 380s on QQQ and 253 or 254s on SPYs, right? Then this was penny watch, this penny for us that went for us. Everything I mentioned is actionable, and we are just having good luck today that everything kind of worked out. So this penny was yesterday's high breakout, then this was this breakout, right? Breakout, then this breakout. You will see my guidance and further there. So pins held the clouds initially, had a long bias there. Personally was not trading it because it's my LT play, right? And then VIX was going higher, so we knew, so I gave the targets on SPY. So let's focus on this trade, right? So you already saw that VRT was a big winner. Then SPY, my target was 452 on puts, target QQQ was 378. I even tweeted about this setup, and guess what? I got my first target 452. When started to hold there, my next target was 454, right? But when the SPY bounced here, I re-added more because my system was still bearish, right? And see, we hit our QQQ target. I said cover some, right? So and then we watch how it reacts to the pre-market support. You see that they were trying to hold it, and that's a bear flag breakdown, right? So anyways, the AMD guys, I gave the targets all day. 114 was my next target, right? We covered that as well. Then okay, Tesla, yeah, we had a small trade on Tesla, just a scalp. You know, I was talking about this gap push. Let's see, maybe here it was here, I think. Let's see. So Tesla was there was a push in the gap. I'm trying to find my chart. These days I have so many charts, so I can't do every hour. Let's see, yeah, right here. So I had this gap on Tesla. So I was looking for a gap fill target of 260, right? Started the gap fill trade. We talked gap trade will work with the market. Yeah, eyes into the gap. In the gap, you know, little bit scalp, break even out, nothing big there. So that was Tesla, and yeah, SPY all day guidance. So if you see, I keep talking about our VRT long idea. I added more into the dips. This was a big win today, this VRT, right? People were panicking when it pulled back here. We added more, and VRT was a big win. Yeah, Tesla almost filled, you know, that's why we're booming there. AMD was heavy all day. We held that. CrowdStrike, you know, took and lost today. That's fine, you know, it's part of the game. So QQQ, all my price alerts were going. Then our midday update, AMD puts were up 150%. Tesla bounce kind of worked. VRT was long, was working. CAT overnight was working. So, and then we started covering some of our shorts on AMD and SPY. Okay, then IDAI, whole day trade. It was still in the trend. We talked about it. So, yeah. So basically, just what other thing is, okay, here you go. The SPY and NASDAQ. SPY met, I said hold the puts for 450 targets. Because I can see the price action. That's why I say hold them. And they ask me, how do you know the target? Because those are the levels from the previous days. Support or resistance is not a myth, it really works. So hold the puts for 450 target, and QQQ, my target was 374.50. Finally, it met all our targets, right? And of course, I covered and I was out because I logged it, but it was still failing even more, and I had set price alerts for other people. So SPY puts went 150%, the QQQ puts went 160%. Again, that's how you grow in options when you play options. I play a lot of stocks, but I still help people with the options. So AMD, my target was 110, and look where we went. And AMD options just went ballistic, man. 118p went ballistic. If I show you what I did there was, even once I met the 110 target, I still rolled into 108 puts, and people are telling me, hey Rip, you're crazy, why are you adding more? You already got your 10-point short. Because I'm just using my profit money. For me, it's no risk, because I already made a good money from the $10 short. I don't mind adding more, right? So if you see here, this is what I was, so yeah. So short right on target, rolled into 108s, means I added 108. That was my next target. A 118 puts were 220%, and the short was $10 per share, right? Even if you had 1,000 shares, that's $10,000 right there. So all day guidance, AMD holding my puts 150%, 110 market met, all out of 118p, holding some 108s. And guess what? We met our 108 target, and boom, I was out. I mean, this trade alone made, you know, every day we do it. I would say just setups are working. One of these days I'm on a video and I would say, okay, I have 3 losers today. So it's not that, you know, it's some magic. I just see the setups, I share the setups, I try to teach how they work, and things have been working for us. And and the things in the community. So that's about it. And SCDG target was 190. SCDG was met the target on the short size. Everybody had a very good day in the community. As you see, everybody has been contributing so much. There have been so many ideas going around. Some people did good in SCDG, some people did good in VRT, others traded Tesla, which I didn't even touch. There were some good calls on CVNA. I mean, CVNA was very good call by Dave. I didn't trade it, but people on the floor, very proud of them. All my followers who joined me in the community. So that was good as well. So SPY QQQ, I was done. I had to leave early, so I was done. I was no more interest. But I set the price alerts for people who were still trading, so that I still guide them. And as you see, there was a bear flag breakdown, and then it went further, and people still made some pins. I was keeping an eye, and then it faded with the market. Didn't do much there. So oh yeah, so there was another great trade on the floor. Red on the floor. That was a very nice trade. Manpreet and others and everybody on the floor were in there, so that was good too. So SCDG hit 192. So other thing to basically, now we were just playing with free money, guys. We made big on AMD, we made big on SPY, QQQ, we did good on SCDG, and then we were just playing with the house money at this point. So no need, remember, if you had met your goal and made your good money in the day, in the morning, don't try to keep going for bad setups, aggressive setups, low probability setups. Close your day, right? Just get done with it, because a lot of times we are green in the morning, but our urge of making more, trying to get more green, we end up losing, and then one loss, and we start to trade revenge trade. We forget our setup, our system, our 4 pillars, and we just go crazy trying to make more money, and we end up red. So don't do that, right? I mean, I didn't even need to trade after first few 3 hours in the morning. Even in the first 1 hour I was done. But of course, I have to guide everyone, so I keep doing it and trade. But the point is, many new traders, they become complacent. They make a little bit money in the morning, and then they want more. And the other thing is, guys, a lot of swings didn't work today, right? CRWD was yesterday from 161 breakout, 60 went to 165, 66. So you have to scale out, right? This, like I was talking about CRWD, if the swing, okay, so if I added here where my breakout was, look carefully, okay? So if I added here where was my breakout was, then, I had a lot of buffer. I could hold overnight. 166, I'm already $4 there, and if I gaps down with the market, then I don't care. I'm still, I can, I stopped out like scratch, right? But if you are adding here and you're just going crazy with the calls, and your risk reward is messed up, then the gap down will kill you. So that's how you will kill yourself in those swing trades. You have to understand the market risk. You have to not to stress yourself too much. Just take the trades where your risk is less and reward is more. I don't care how bullish the market is in swing trades, right? So yeah, I mean, we have nailed 80% of our swings, but right when the market is going other way, there's always a risk. But we don't let that one loser in a swing mess up everything for us, right? Our monthly goals, our weekly goals, that's fine. One day red is fine. Just manage them separately. Swings, you just manage your swings separately, and you'll be fine. So there were some other nice movers as well today. There was a nice penny stock moving. That was good by the low flow traders. Really did good today. There was some good calls on overstock. So yeah, so that was it. So here was the VRT setup, right? So yeah, so guys, yeah, so that was a wrap. Really good day. I mean, 5 big winners today from AMD, SCDGs, SPY, and QQ. And as you see, I just don't say it, right? What I say is all here, right? What I talk about is all here. If I meet my targets, it's all here. So because I want you to see. I just don't want you to see, oh, buy this, buy that, no, because that's not the way. So when I show you how a setup is working, look at it, right? If my system is working, pre-market breakdown all day, 512 cloud EMA breakdown, right? No reason to long, no reason to cover. So that is what it is, guys. Setup. Look at the setup, intraday, 1 hour, overall picture. Be ready in the morning, come early. So today there were some people who missed everything. They will rip, when did you tell me us this, did you tell that? And those who were early in the pre-market, they knew the whole plan, right? Because the thing is, if you just wake up at 6:30 and come to trade, and if I'm talking about something, you just slap it, and it's a bad entry for you, but it's a good entry for me, and that you stopped out, and the trade worked for me and others, right? The setup worked, but your execution was wrong because you did not plan it out. So guys, you have to be ready, right? So there was one guy in the room today who was not ready, and he stopped out, and he was very mad that AMD, not mad, I mean, he was like, oh, AMD went without me, because he slapped somewhere here and he covered on the bounce. Basically, so stock doesn't care. Your fight is not with the market, your fight is with yourself. Remember that, okay? You're fighting against your stubbornness, your execution. You overcome it, and you'll find success. All right, guys. I don't want to take it too long, but I do want to take about the options quickly in last 2-3 minutes. So the thing with the options is, guys, I see in the room, or I see in the Twitter, a lot of my followers, they're like, oh, I stopped out on the options at 5%. I stopped out at 1%. Nobody cares. 1%, 5%, 2%. That's not how you trade. If I'm trading AMD short, if you took a short here, let's say you took a short here. Let's say you took a short here, okay? And it bounced here, you stopped out. Why? Because, oh, you are down 5%, 15% on all your options, and you're out. And then what? Guess what? That 15% became a 100% trade. Because your risk, your stop is defined by the technicals, by the stock, not by your account size, not by your random percentage. Nobody cares. So wherever you take an entry, find your risk technically in your options, see what option is best, and how will the option move if the stock goes to the stop area. How much can the option move? Use the option charts, and you see the delta. That's why I take close the money in the money. If I was shorting today, I was 118p, right? I was not doing 114p. I could do that, but I'm more comfortable managing the options if I'm closer in the money. So for this option risk, guys, manage that. Don't do random stops. First look at the stock. Okay, you're shorting here, your stop is 121. You are taking 117p with the 50 delta, right? So you know if the stock moves $2, your option will move $1. So accordingly, you know, and you calculate and you take that option trade. Not that you take an option here and of 10% bounce, you stop out. No. Let the technicals decide where you stop out, and then you size your options, right? So do that, and I'll do a special YouTube. Sorry guys, I have to do a lot of stuff. I'll do it. Again, today I'm late. I had to go for the baby's first doctor appointment, so I was there. And I know I have to do a lot of videos. I will do it, but every video, every day I do, there is something to learn. I already see a lot of improvement. People who have been watching my recaps from last few weeks. Okay, all right, guys, be safe. Watch all my recaps. Watch all my videos. Come trade with our community. Come to learn. Come to be successful. Come to be consistent. Don't come to be overnight rich, but welcome in my community. Anytime, welcome to follow me on Twitter, ask me questions on Twitter, ask me on YouTube. I'm here to help. If you believe in yourself, you will get it, and I'll make sure I'll lessen your learning curve. All right, guys, good night.